Así que el VPH se transmite sexualmente a través de todos los tipos de sexo. Y ya sabes, aumenta el riesgo de un montón de tipos de cáncer relacionados con el VPH. Y hace que sea más probable que contraigas verrugas genitales. Y en general, una cosa más en que preocuparte. ¿Sabes qué? Puedes prevenir muchas de estas cosas con una vacuna. Eso es un alivio. Esto funciona con jóvenes de cualquier género. Pero espera, ¿cuando eras adolescente no te vacunaste contra el VPH? Tus padres probablemente pensaron que nunca tendrías sexo. Gracias por creer en mí, mami. ¡Buenas noticias! No es demasiado tarde. Quizás. Quiero decir, tienes tu propio apartamento. Tal vez. Y tienes tu propio trabajo. Así que ahora también es el momento de tomar tus propias decisiones de salud. Todavía puedes recibir la vacuna preventiva contra el VPH. ¡Y funciona! ¡Para cualquier género! Previene las verrugas genitales de hoy y el cáncer de pene de mañana. ¡Yay! Y eso significa que tienes una cosa menos en que preocuparte y una cosa menos de la que tu pareja debe preocuparse. Y seamos honestos, preocuparse por muchas cosas es un bajón. Así que, en vez de preocuparte por los tipos de cáncer y las verrugas genitales relacionados con el VPH, vacúnate para que puedas concentrarte en tener sexo alucinante. Entre otras cosas.
So, HPV. It's sexually transmitted through all types of sex. And, it increases your risk of a whole bunch of HPV-related cancers. Eek. And it makes it more likely that you'll contract genital warts. And overall, just another thing to worry about. Guess what? You can prevent a lot of this bad stuff with a vaccine. Whew, that's a relief. This works on young adults of any gender. But wait, you never got the HPV prevention vaccine as a teen? Huh. Your parents probably thought you'd just never have sex. Thanks for believing in me, Mom. Well, good news. It's not too late. Probably. I mean, you have your own apartment, maybe. And, you got your own job. So now it's time to make your own healthcare decisions, too. You can still get the HPV prevention vaccine. It works on any gender. It prevents genital warts today and the penis cancer of tomorrow. Yay! And that means there's one less thing for you to worry about, and one less thing for your partner to worry about. And let's face it, worrying about things is kind of a buzzkill. So instead of worrying about HPV-related cancers and genital warts, maybe go get your vaccine so you can focus on mind-blowing sex. Other things.
A los niños les encantan las inyecciones, ¿verdad? Y las vacunas son geniales. A pesar de todo, usan nuestro propio proceso inmunológico para combatir las enfermedades. Y ya sabes, evitan que contraigamos enfermedades mortales. Una pregunta, ¿tus hijos se han vacunado contra el VPH? Tú sabes, la vacuna que previene que los adolescentes y adultos de todos los géneros contraigan las cepas del VPH, que aumentan el riesgo de muchos tipos de cáncer y verrugas genitales. Más de 30,000 personas al año son diagnosticadas con cánceres relacionados con el VPH, y hay 360,000 casos nuevos de verrugas genitales cada año debido al VPH. Lo sé, algunos padres son como, ¿qué? ¿Verrugas genitales? No, mi bebé no. Y por supuesto, son solo niños. Ahora, pero ellos crecen. Y tú puedes evitar que algún día tu hijo contraiga cáncer por la infección del VPH. ¿Qué es eso? Oh, el Internet te dijo que no era seguro. Seguramente no crees en todo lo que lees en el Internet. Es difícil saber en qué fuentes confiar. Y algunos de los rumores sobre las vacunas son realmente aterradores. Tu médico puede darte todos los datos y solo te referirá a fuentes creíbles. Pero la vacuna contra el VPH no es nueva. De hecho, ya se han aplicado millones de dosis, y los efectos secundarios son los mismos que para otras vacunas, y la mayoría de las veces son bastante leves. Si tú vacunas a tu hijo antes de los 12 años, puedes asegurarte de que esté protegido antes de que se exponga al VPH. Así que asegúrate de pedirla. Cuanto antes, mejor. Te dará tranquilidad. Ahora bien, en cuanto al exceso de selfies, no hay vacuna para eso.
Kids love getting shots, right? And vaccines are cool. After all, they use our own natural immune process to fight disease. And keep us from contracting life-threatening illnesses. One question. Have your kids had the HPV vaccine? The vaccine that prevents teens and adults of all genders from getting the strains of HPV that increase their risk of many types of cancers and genital warts. Over 30,000 people a year are diagnosed with HPV-related cancers. And there are 360,000 new cases of genital warts each year due to HPV. I know, some parents are like, what? Genital warts? Not my baby. And of course, they're just children now, but they do grow up. And you can prevent your child from someday contracting cancer from an HPV infection. What's that? Oh, the internet told you it wasn't safe? Surely you don't believe everything you read online. It's hard to know what sources to trust, and some of the rumors about vaccines are really scary. Your doctor can give you all the facts, and they'll only point you to credible sources. But the HPV vaccine is not new. The fact is, millions of doses have been given out, and the side effects are the same as other vaccines. And for the most part, they're pretty mild. If you vaccinate your child by the age of 12, you can make sure they're protected before they get exposed to HPV. So make sure to ask for it. The sooner the better. It will give you peace of mind. Now, as for excessive selfies, there's no vaccine for that.
The last few years haven't been easy, especially for parents like us. But getting our child up to date on their shots doesn't have to be a hassle. Now we can safely get all our child's vaccines in one office visit, making it easier to gain protection from diseases. Kids are already getting into a lot of stuff. I know mine are, and we can't always protect them from germs and disease. But luckily, vaccines are a proven, safe, and effective way to boost our child's immune system to fight off diseases.
We all know that being an active explorer helps build strong immune systems,
but certain diseases can only be prevented with vaccines. Now it's the perfect time to get your child vaccinated at the doctor's office, a neighborhood drugstore, or a local mobile vaccine clinic. We care about our children, so it's okay to have questions about vaccines. Healthcare providers want to hear our questions, from how effective vaccines are, to their side effects, to everything in between. And luckily, the benefits of vaccinations far outweigh the side effects. So don't wait. Make sure your child gets fully vaccinated this season. Remember, they need their vaccines up to date for school. Together, we can protect our children, families, and communities.
You did it. You got tested. But now you have to talk about the results with your partner. Why can't you just handle it yourself? In order for someone to truly consent to sex, they have to have all the information. If your test was negative, saying things like, "I'm clean," isn't actually helpful. For one thing, not all tests will relay a positive result right away. Sometimes it's months after infection, like with HIV. So be specific about what you were tested for and where you were tested. Talk about what steps you might take to stay protected. Okay, what about if your test came back positive? It's important to remember that it's super common. Even if you've only had sex with one person, you can still become infected because we're all linked together by our contact with one another. So don't stress too much. There are a whole bunch of different STIs, and they spread in different ways. So it's important to be direct and honest. Tell your partner what STI you have and how you'll treat it. In some cases, it's a simple round of antibiotics, or it could be taking medication during outbreaks. Talk about how safer sex can work between you. Be prepared for a range of responses. Some people will feel afraid, angry, or surprised. Some people will be accepting and supportive. Some might have a lot of questions as they are processing this. Allow time and space for the response and try not to be defensive. If it's not safe to tell them directly, you can even notify them anonymously. You can emphasize that STIs are common, treatable, and manageable, and that there's no shame in having one. Okay, let's try a convo or two. Bae, I got tested for chlamydia, and I was positive. What's chlamydia, you say? Well, it's a super common bacterial infection, easily treated by antibiotics. There are millions and millions of new cases a year. Since we've already had sex, I think you should get tested too, so we don't reinfect each other. I care about you, and I want us both to be healthy. Hun, my doctor told me I have genital warts. It's caused by the HPV virus and is passed through skin-to-skin contact. It's very common. Most sexually active adults have HPV at some point. Have you had your HPV vaccine? That can help protect against some of the most harmful strains of HPV. I care about you and want to make sure you have all the information you need to feel safe.
So you're in a relationship and you're getting affectionate. It might be a good time to talk about being tested for sexually transmitted infections. Sounds awkward, I know, but it doesn't have to be. Some people don't want to find out. They think ignorance is bliss. But the truth is, knowledge is power. Finding out your status and your partner's status is key to getting the right treatments to maintain your health. And if a sexually transmitted infection, also called an STI, is left untreated, it can cause some serious problems down the road. Just like you brush your teeth every day or have a doctor's appointment every now and then, STI and HIV testing should be a part of your routine. Some people worry that asking a partner about STI and HIV testing will make it seem like you're judging their sex life. But it's not something to judge. The truth is, people can get some of these infections kind of easily, like getting covered in glitter at a parade or unexpectedly soaked at the beach, even from oral sex or just touching genitals. And if you test positive for an STI, it doesn't mean you or your partner has done anything wrong. Getting tested is just one of the ways to have safer sex. It's information you can use to make choices that will keep you and your partner safe and healthy. Ready to try this convo? Okay, here it goes. Bae, I talked to my doctor and she said everyone who has sex should be routinely tested for STIs. No, I don't think you cheated. Of course I trust you. But I care about you and I want us both to be safe. How about we both get tested? My doc said STIs are super common. Many people have no symptoms at all. And most are easily treated, cured, or managed. The test is super easy. It's a swab for some STIs and a blood draw for others. It's pretty quick, and you can get the results in just a few days. And there are vaccines that protect against some STIs. I think our sex life will be better if we can feel relaxed and safe. Are you cool with this? Yay!